Okay. I'm back. I'm not sure what happened, but I am here. I hope that you all will join back in. I'm just going to go onto Facebook and see. I see one person, two people. Okay, okay. I don't know what happened. It's that full moon energy, y'all. It is that full moon energy. So I just want to go on here and let folks know that we are back. We are back. Yes, we are back. Go on to face that we are back. Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Stuff happens. Stuff happens when you do stuff live and we just go with it. Yes, we are back. We are back. All right. All right. So that's what we going to do. So, oh, wonderful, wonderful. I see Oseku, yes. Whew, yes, yes. These things happen. Did you know that Mars is in retrograde? We always talk about Mercury is in retrograde, but right now Mars is in retrograde. Yeah, Michelle, I had to do a whole new broadcast. There we are, and we're back. Yes, Nan. Yes, you found me. We are back. It's good to see you, Brian. All is well. I hope everyone is doing well. Hey, it's a take two. It's a take two. So let's get into it. This is our meditation with the moon. It's our special sip in the evening. And one of the things that we one of the things that we do with our meditation with the moon is a full spiritual practice. I'm so glad you made it, Susie. Good to see you. Right before around 7 o'clock this evening, we did a visioning session. And so that was wonderful. So some of you who are on with me now were also on for visioning, where we do the life visioning process that was developed by Reverend Dr. Michael Bernard Beckwith from Agape. So, with all that being said, let's just take a breath. And let's know that we are here now. We are here now. Yes, yes, we are. So, and now the lighting is doing weird stuff. I don't know, y'all. I don't know what to say about tonight. I don't know. We just gonna go with it. We just gonna go with it. Yes, yes, yes. We're gonna go with it. So, as I was saying before, we do a full spiritual practice. So, to prepare yourselves, please have something to write with and something to write on, because our spiritual practice is comprised of inspirational reading. So, I will read something inspirational to you, inspirational journaling, and meditation and prayer. So, those are the four components of our spiritual practice with the meditation with the moon. And I always start our meditation with the moon with just a sip of information about the full moon. So, this full moon is a full moon in Gemini. It's also known as the cold moon. It's also known, it has many names, this moon. Most moons have more than one name. One of the names that I really got curious about is the frost exploding tree moon. Y'all know how I feel about trees. So the frost exploding tree moon, and it was named that because water gets into the bark of the trees, and it freezes and expands, and it causes the bark to separate from the tree. So they call it the frost exploding tree moon, this moon. It's also known as the snow moon and the long night moon. Just some examples of other names for this full moon. It reaches it reaches its fullness at 11:09 p.m. Eastern time. So go out 11:09 and you'll see the full moon at its fullest. Okay? So I really got an extra treat today that I want to share with you all about the moon in general. So some of you know that I practice transcendental meditation, and twice a day there's a live TM group meditation that happens through Zoom that is led by Bob Roth. And so Bob Roth is the CEO of the David Lynch Foundation, and that foundation supports spreading TM in the world. And before Bob Roth shares, we do the meditation together, he always share like a little snippet of information, really interesting about the genius of nature or something, right? Along those lines. And so he was talking about the moon yesterday. And so I want to share a couple of things with you. The moon started out 10 times, 10 to 20 times closer to the earth than it is now. And the moon is spinning away from us. It's 2 inches further from earth every year. Now, I think there's a correlation between that and the way that we experience time, but I haven't gone into that yet. So just I'm going to put a pin in that. But I think there's some connection. He also shared that the astronauts who were on the Apollo 17 mission said that the moon dust smells like gunpowder. I thought that was interesting. So, just some fun facts about the moon in general. So, more information about the full moon in Gemini. So, Gemini, as we know, is an air sign represented by the twins, one twin representing a mortal person and the other twin representing a immortal person. And this full moon in Gemini impacts our emotional, relational, and intuitive lives. So we need to strike a balance, or I would say we need to be in harmony with our spiritual and logical selves, with our inner and our outer worlds. As I mentioned, Mars is in retrograde. And so Michelle said Mars is her planet. All right. Well, girl, your planet is in retrograde. It's been in retrograde starting October 30th and it ends January 12th. And right now it's at its peak. So when Mars is in retrograde, we need to be aware of heightened levels of frustration. We need to be aware to not overreact, right? And instead to take a pause and respond. It's important for us to set boundaries and to also conserve our energy, to not overwork ourselves or overextend ourselves, and be clear on what works and what doesn't work for you. So that's the energy of Mars being in retrograde. So as I mentioned, most of us are familiar with Mercury in retrograde, and the talk is always how all the technology stuff starts to mess up and don't travel and all those things. But there you go, Mars in retrograde and what to be aware of. So overall, it's all about living in alignment with harmony, conserving our energy, staying present to what is working and what is no longer working for us. So I hope that was interesting. Okay. All right. I got that. Makes so much sense. Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. So we're going to start our spiritual practice. So we start with our inspirational reading. And I just want to grab, oh, I probably can't grab it now. Okay, I won't do that. So this is our inspirational reading. It comes to you from the Science of Mind magazine. This is November's issue, and I want to share November 19th. And it is one of the daily guides written by Reverend Dr. Dennis Merritt Jones. And I thoroughly enjoyed all of his daily guides for November. So I want to share the one that's called There is a Reason You Are Here. There is a reason you are here. I just saw Fee King. Hey, Fee, wrote some information, I think, capturing what I just shared. Thank you so much, Fee. I love how you could do that. That's just wonderful. So thank you, Fee. You can see that in the comments. So, inspirational reading. Let's take another breath. And I'm taking that breath more for myself than for you all, because I need to slow myself down a little bit. Okay. So here's our inspirational reading. There is a reason you are here. And there's an opening quote from the book, The Art of Being. Every human being's purpose is identical. It's to be. It's to be the Spirit of God manifesting in the human condition. As you awaken to being, your entire perspective of life changes. And then there's a quote from the Science of Mind text. Spirit will mold our purposes when we allow it. Spirit will mold our purposes when we allow it. Here's the daily guide. Have you accomplished what you came here to do? Or is there a piece missing? In his classic book, Illusions, Richard Bach writes, here is a test to find out whether your mission on earth is finished. If you're alive, it isn't. Bach offers a litmus test that contains some solid wisdom. If you are here, you still have work to do that you may not want to postpone. Many of us have taken an extended cruise down the river of denial, pretending that we'll always have tomorrow to get around to it, whatever it may be. The slogan for Procrastinators Anonymous could be, why do today what you can postpone until tomorrow? While instant gratification is the ego's mantra, it is not the call of the soul. The soul knows only how to be present. The soul knows only how to be in the present moment because there is where it actualizes its mission. The soul knows only how to be present. Why is up with that sentence? I must need to really say it. The soul knows only how to be in the present moment because that is where it actualizes its mission. The takeaway is that living things that don't actualize their purpose lose their life force and slowly wither up and die. If you are alive, it is because your mission isn't complete. Want proof? Do you want proof that you're alive? Place your hand on your beating heart. That is the universe telling you there is something more for you to do and be today. Life is seeking an outlet for creative expression through you. Open to it, allow it, receive it, feel it, honor it, be it. And then, as the Nike ads say, just do it. And I would add to that, just be it. So there is our inspirational reading for our meditation with the moon. I think everyone who is on with me right now, watching the replay later, is alive. So if you are alive, then you still have work to do. So everyone has their journal or something to write with, something to write on. And we're going to do a combination of a meditation and our inspirational journaling. So, part of the meditation is going to be just going within, connecting with the fullness of the moon, and releasing into it whatever it is that we feel we are complete with or is ready to be released. Okay? So I'm going to guide you through all of that. So please get comfortable as we prepare for our meditation and have your journal or what you're writing on and with close by, because we're going to be kind of going in and out, writing and then going into the meditation. We are doing our inspirational journaling from the information that we receive from our meditation with the moon. Okay? Okay. So you can close your eyes or lower your gaze. Just be comfortable, whatever feels good for you. And just go within, invite your meditative posture. And let's start with the breath, where everything starts. And let's take a deep breath in and let it out. And let's breathe in fully through the nose and exhale through the mouth. So inhale and exhale. And exhale. And with each breath, allow yourself to go deeper within. Just releasing the day, releasing all the what had happens, and just invite yourself to be here now. And as you go within, as you look within, just imagine, bring to your mind's eye the fullness of the moon. Just imagine the moon. It's bright, it's full, it's centered within you. The fullness of the full moon is the wholeness of you, reflecting back to you who you are. And we just breathe that in. The full moon energy welcomes anything that we are willing to release. Anything that is calling for completion in your life now. No matter what the condition of it is, if it has served its purpose and you are willing to let it go, the full moon energy will accept it. So take a breath, tune into that which is seeking release. Give yourself permission to release it, them, him, her, whatever it is, and whoever it is. And just write down on your paper what it is that you are willing to release. Just keep it simple. Release the story. Release the judgment about it. See the moon welcoming your release. And when you're ready, you can write that down. Okay? Just go back within. The moon is waiting for you. The moon says, thank you for that which you are willing to release. I have received it. I am shining my light upon it and returning it to the nothingness from which it came. And just tune into that feeling tone of freeing yourself, of freedom. Know that in releasing, we create space within ourselves. When we hold on, we create clutter. And so we release it. And so just acknowledge yourself for releasing it. In any way that feels good for you. You could say thank you. You can say I'm grateful for releasing. You could say I let it go. And take a breath. And now that you have created some space within, the moon wants to know, what would you like placed there? And so we just go deeper, keeping our imagination focused on the fullness of the moon, seeing its brilliance just shining so perfectly around us. And see that space right there in the middle of the moon. That space that is available because you have released what has already served you. And so now, check in. Check in with your higher knowing, your wisdom, your intuition, the one within that knows all there is to know. What are you willing to bring forth now? Now that you have created a space for it, that thing that has been calling to you, but you didn't have the space for it, for whatever reason, it doesn't matter. But now you do. What is that thing? Let's name it and let's claim it. What is that which is calling to you? Just take a breath and allow it to come, because there is space for it within you. And whenever you're ready, just write it down. What is calling to me? I can hear it. Let the moon whisper it to you. It's for you. Just take a moment and claim it. So we go within deeper. We have what we have released, and we have that which we are calling forth, that is calling to us. And just take a breath. And allow yourself to own it, to own the call. And then the third thing to write down is just one word, and that word is yes. Yes, I release. Yes, I answer the call. Yes. And so we are going to gently bring ourselves back into the room, into this time and space, bringing with us that lightness of the moon, that fullness of the moon, that wholeness that you are. And if there's anything that you need to capture now, let's just take a moment to capture that now on the page. Okay. And let's just anchor that by repeating, I am, yes. And then repeat whatever that calling is, I am the calling. And you could say what that calling is, just to anchor it in. I am, yes. I am the call. And as we know that this call that calls to us, as we know it as the yes of our life, as we know it as the vibration, the frequency, the pulsating, the rhythm of the moon itself, we invite it to reveal itself even more, with each passing moment, we are grounded and anchored in this yes that is reflected back to us just as the moon reflects. The yes that is spinning through us from the top of our heads to the soles of our feet. We feel the vibration of the yes spinning in us perfectly. And so we say yes. We invoke it, we invite it, we affirm it, we declare it, we know it. And so we give thanks. We give thanks for this fullness of the moon. We give thanks for that which has been released. We give thanks for that which is calling forth. We give thanks for who and whose we are, knowing and trusting that all is in divine right order. We step purposefully into this life because we are here, we are alive, and we are on purpose. And with this knowingness, I release this into the law of yes that always returns, fulfilled in the overflow of all that it is, through us and as us, knowing there is no way for it to return void. It is already done. And I invite you to know with me, and so it is. Ashe and amen. So you can open your eyes if they're not open already and just, ground yourself. Make sure you're here. Yes. Wonderful. You all did wonderfully. So if you get the opportunity before you go to bed tonight, see if you can spot the moon. Give it a shout out. Say, hey, moon. You could give some gratitude for its energy radiating through you. And yes, Linda, be blessed. Yes, thank you. Yes, Fee. Yes, 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 yes. All right. So thank you for being with me tonight. Thank you, Nan. Uh, you are a gift to every single one of you are a gift. I so appreciate you choosing to be with me and to experience meditation with the moon. Join me tomorrow for morning sip with Rev Melissa, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. We are in our clutter series, and it's been a juicy one. So everyone have a wonderful evening. Go check out the moon if you can, and I'll see you all tomorrow. So peace and blessings, everybody. Peace and blessings. Stay connected to that yes that came through so clearly to you tonight, and live life in joy. Live life in joy. Peace and blessings.